Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, CLIA just announced that they have shut down all cruise lines all the way through till the end of October in the United States. So, does that mean that we're going to be sailing in November? No, no it doesn't. That's right. So the CLIA, the Cruise Line Association, announced that all of their cruise lines are postponing their cruises until at least November 1st, all the way through October. I know a lot of people's cruises were canceled. A lot of people had Halloween cruises. One of my cruises on the Oasis of the Sea was under that one, and now it's gone. And the one, Tony and Jenny had that group cruise going on, and that's gone. And so a lot of people have lost their cruise vacations that they were planning for Halloween, which is a very popular cruise time because you get to dress up and everyone has that Halloween costume party on board. Well, those are gone, but does that mean now that we are going to be sailing on November 1st? Because that's the new deadline, and yeah, it's after the CLIA, it's after the CDC is supposed to have released their findings, and the no sail order has expired by then. So obviously that means we probably should be cruising, right? Well, I have a couple schools of thought on this, and the first one is, yeah, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not will there be any cruising in the United States. As far as the big cruise lines are concerned, you might see America Cruise Line sailing a river cruise, but you're not going to see the ocean cruises heading out to the Caribbean or along the coast of Cabo. You're just not going to see it. And there's a big reason for that. Well, first of all, the election is in November. So if anyone thinks that CDC is going to allow the cruise lines to start up the week or the 2 weeks before the election and during the election, they have a complete other thing coming. Because first of all, you don't want to have a major incident happen if you're the government or the CDC. If something happens when they relaunch, like a huge ship breaks out with like 800 passengers come down with a sickness and people pass. You don't want that news going into your voting days. So there's absolutely zero chance, I'm saying, zero chance that they will be allowing the cruise ships to sail in November, which means my other November cruise is now gone that I was planning on the Allure of the Seas as well. To be honest, I really, if we're lucky, they're going to start allowing a Christmas cruise. The election will be over. Things might have, settled down by then. We may have vaccines. People, will be back in school. More businesses will be open. And, if we're doing that kind of thing, we may be able to see Christmas cruises. That's honestly the earliest, I think, in North America you might see cruise lines open up. And, right now, with what's going on in Norway and things like Alaska and Fiji, with people coming down with the sickness, getting on board, and a lot of it, especially the Norway situation, Hurtigruten cruise lines, it was completely a lack of their policies. They implemented their own policies, and then they didn't follow their own policies, and they freely admit that there was a breakdown in their policies. They completely admit that. Well, yeah, there's also an investigation being launched by the government as well into the situation. So I think even if they didn't admit it, the government's going to be looking for those answers anyway, especially if we get more and more cases out there. So as far as North America is concerned, December at the earliest, probably next year. November, no, I honestly don't see that happening whatsoever. Now, a lot of people are saying, well then, why are the cruise lines still booking cruises? Why haven't they canceled it? It's very simple. It's you don't have to be a real genius to figure it out. It's some cash flow. They're still getting some cash flow in. And that helps. Every little bit helps. It's nowhere near what they normally get in, but every little bit helps them to maintain longer and longer and longer during this shutdown. So the longer they don't have to give refunds out, the longer the more people are still booking those Christmas cruises and November cruises because they're tired of being home, more money coming in. At least it's something. At least it's, a cash flow of some kind. So that's what they're going for right now. It's their, they are honestly hoping that they can sail in November. The CDC, all clear, go ahead, start your sailing. They're not going to. They're just not going to at all. If anything, they're going to come out with rules and regulations and say, okay, here's all the rules. You guys implement this. We'll inspect your ships, and then you can start up on this day. And this day will not be November. It'll be much, much further out. Well, that's the bad news, and it just doesn't get any shinier or rosier here in North America as far as the cruise lines are concerned, and when we can get back on the ships or even just travel normally anywhere. It's just still not looking very bright future for us, at least for this year going forward. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.